Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. It's I, Viper, and today we are going to be doing a look over of everything that you can expect in the brand new Outlast Trials update, with also the Halloween themed event going on as well today. This just dropped this morning, I believe at 8 a.m. for me, so it's been live for roughly 2 hours now, and I've had some time to look at some of the stuff. I've done the new program that we'll talk a little bit about, and yeah, and then we'll also show off later on the program courthouse where we went for that juicy A+, so you get to see every little bit of that as well. But I put that at the end, so if you don't want to get spoiled, just obviously don't watch that if you don't wish, but that is the case. So, what to expect? First off, we have a brand new program for Truth and Justice. In this program, you're going to be going in and there's a couple of new mechanics. There's, similar to the soup mission that the game had, there's like an acid bucket you have to retrieve. They got some cool puzzle rooms with a lockbox you have to figure out. And then there's a scapegoat new enemy type that is kind of like a hide and seek type of gameplay mechanic loop that you'll get into. It's all very cool. I found it extremely interesting to partake in, even as a solo player. So I guarantee you that you're also going to like it as well. You're going to employ this new microwave trigger device, and I think you'll like it. Next up, we have 3 brand new MK challenges to look at here across all the different trials. So in Program 1, I believe we have Drill. What is this? Drill the Futterman? Is that here? Yeah, okay, so here it is. Drill the Futterman. It also might be in Program X. I'm just trying to like double check, but no, okay. Drill the Futterman, drill the Futterman. Okay, so it's not going to be in your... Okay, so it's not going to be in these programs. It's going to be right now in Program Geister. Spread across the different programs. It says spread across... It's not showing up in here. Usually there's 3 MK challenges. Or there is 2, but usually like... I guess there'd be like the 3rd one. Anyways, regardless, this is it. Drill the Futterman. So you gotta stop Mother Gooseberry from making a human Dr. Futterman. The Dr. Futterman is like the arm on Mother Gooseberry, so this is pretty cool. Then you have Release the Prisoners, which I don't know if they have it in here or not, but they have Release the Prisoners, where basically you just got free convicts who are falsely imprisoned. It's in the police station. The first one was in Fun Park, by the way. And then another one in the orphanage. You have Gathered the Children of God, where you have to gather the children and bring them to the priest for education. So, it looks like they're not in here just yet. I could be wrong. I'm just looking at the patch notes. I don't know. It doesn't say anything about it not being available just yet, but they should be in these programs. I'm not sure why they aren't. Maybe it's possibly a bug. We will see. But yeah. Next up, we have the new limited time Halloween event, Program Geister here you can see, where we have various different challenges and trials spread across where you can earn various different Halloween themed rewards, and these Halloween tokens, which we will go over as well. They all come with their own different variators. We have hallucinations, no player names, more imposters, that's like the doubles that come out to try to, you know, mix you up with your friends. Enraged enemies, so they're on high alert, imagining that's going to be them being more, you know, alert to your footsteps, or whatever the case is, or maybe they're just more sporadic with their movements. And then stronger enemies, we've seen this before. They're going to be stronger and more lethal, so they're going to do more damage, you know, they're going to run a little faster, all that kind of stuff. So, they have all of that for all of these, and the last one is kind of changed out, so sometimes it's stronger enemies, sometimes it's going to be increased threat. That's kind of what we have here for Program Geister. Using Program Geister, so using the rewards of Program Geister, you can get a couple of outfits here. You can see we got the Patriot, looks very nice. And then we also have the Pompier, which also looks pretty cool. And then, as you can see here, there's a couple of new outfits for rebirthing or being reborn to look forward to as well. So, next up we have these brand new weekly programs, which will revolve around thematic trials and challenges. Those will be starting on November 17th, so they're not out just yet, but they will be out shortly. And then as a small little conclusion update they have here as well, Program X and the conclusion update. Program X has been refreshed for all users with a new set of trials and challenges, which is, for those who may not know, the program you have to go through to be reborn, or quote-unquote prestige. And also, people who reagents or who complete the therapy are also going to be released into a new, or you may be released into a new international conflict. So for those who have previously reborn, that could be something to look forward to, because that's going to be new cutscene, new story material. Also, now, as you may see here, you can play chess with people now. They have a faster speed chess on the bottom, and upwards in the cafeteria, we have a longer, more methodical game of chess. So it's going to have a higher timer and stuff like that. Next up, what they have introduced, which I will showcase, which I have showcased in my run earlier, is Performance XP. Now, Performance XP, I went over it briefly later on, but I will go over it briefly here as well. Basically, you can earn up to 1,000 XP based on your performance / actions during a trial. Now, I'm trying to test like to what extent this means, because I did a very solid runner of the new trial, got A+ in it, did a various amount of different things, and I only got 565 out of 1,000, which, being a solo, since this Performance XP is like it's to reward you for engaging in the trial. So I'm a little confused because I was a solo player engaging the trial alone, doing it by myself, and I still didn't get max. So I will be running the numbers on that to see exactly what that gives you. But basically, you can't just... the grade isn't all that matters anymore. The grade still gives you XP. It still matters, but you're going to get the grade plus the Performance XP to encourage you to go back and to level up faster on some of those different trials, so it's not as much of a grind. But to compensate, the first time completion XP for all trials was reduced by 500 to 1,000, and it was then the challenges was from 750 to 500, just flat out. Also, new solo changes. As I mentioned before, they were doing some tweaking with solo. Now they have decided to go back to the original three chances per trial. However, located around each map, where you'd previously find syringes if you were playing in multiplayer, you'll now find respawn pills, and these are exclusive to solo mode, and they'll give you an extra +1 respawn, +1 chance. And then also a couple other things as well. You respawn with 75% health instead of 1,000, although there is now there's a new perk to change that, and a couple other things. There's a new group finder. Basically, with this group finder, you can matchmake for a selected trial or program, or any trial if you wish. So it's going to be a little easier for solo players who are just trying to find a group to play on, because not everyone wants to play this game solo. Hell, I like playing with friends sometimes. It makes it a lot more enjoyable, albeit less immersive in some cases for me personally. They've also added a new player reporting system, where you can now report players for misconduct, which obviously all the typical things, you know, if they're being if they have bad behavior, they're saying very not nice things, or they're exploiting or hacking, this is where you can now report them. Progression, because in light of newer features and newer prescriptions and amps, the therapy cap was now 56. There's a whole new tier 3 of prescriptions, which are the perks, which we will showcase as well, and 6 new amps, which I can also show because they're on the patch notes, so I can't show in game. To the pharmacy, we can see there's now a new, we can see there's a whole new tier 3 prescription perks, which I've already gotten 2 of. 1, accelerated stamina recovery, fairly self-explanatory, very useful for chase-orientated. In my opinion, it's one of the S tier 3 perks here, especially for solo play. Deep breaths, also very nice. Typically now, since they now have an added stamina bar that you can see, you shouldn't run yourself to exhaustion if you're trying not to. I think I've only done it like once or twice by accident, just because like it's hard to gauge from the breathing. But this will allow you to recover from that brink if you do let yourself get exhausted. Advanced regeneration here. So the health regeneration because as we all know, your health is split up into 4 different bars. This basically just means that if you don't lose a full bar, that bar will regenerate faster, or it'll start regenerating faster. Now, on paper, this sounds nice, but especially when you go to the later difficulties, enemy attacks will typically take off roughly a bar or 2 bars. It's never really half a bar, and I'm saying this in terms of like the later stages of the game. In the earlier stages, this is certainly better, but this falls off quickly once you start to do the harder content, which, in my opinion, is what you should be gearing for if you are trying to get to these, especially tier 3 perks. So if you're trying to like look at a list of priority here, I would put this one towards the lower end, just as I don't see much value in it off the start. Revitalize, fully restore health when revived through syringes or respawns in solo. This is actually pretty good. Obviously, this is a perk in which you'll get value if you die, so it will mean that when you do inevitably, when you do inevitably die, either through cooperative or solo play, you won't have to heal yourself back up. You're going to be full health, so you're not going to respawn with that either 50 in co-op or 75% health in solo. You're going to get that full 100, which, depending on your rig especially, can mean quite a lot, actually, considering some in the later stages of the game, some of the giants and some of the harder hitting enemies, and, you know, even later, they can hit you for like 2 bars, which in cooperative play, that's like your whole health bar, and then you're back down again. So this one, again, since it's focusing on an aspect of you dying to get value, I would put this one towards the lower end. I like to prioritize prescriptions in like going from something that's preventative and something that's reactive. So I'd rather get preventative prescriptions first rather than reactive ones. Anti-ambush, throw a projectile at a hiding spot to clear hidden enemies. Now this one is actually a really good perk in my opinion, though I'll be very situational, but in those situations where it's useful, it really shines. There's been a few times, I'm pretty sure we've all been in that situation, where you're running or there's a hiding spot that an enemy is blocking, and you're not trying to hide in there, but you're trying to get past it. And if only they would just move out of the way, it'd make things so much easier. So this is just really good, especially since ambushing is just really annoying, especially when you know they're there and you just kind of still get hit by it, even though you could have sworn you were like out of the range. I actually thought initially when I first started playing this game that this was a feature, so to see it come as a prescription, it means a lot. So I would also put this one towards the higher end of the tier 3s. Medic, help up and revive teammates faster. Great perk, especially like obviously in solo. If you're just an exclusive solo player, this is one of the last perks you should ever grab. There are a lot of perks like this where it's all like cooperative only. Get those last. But if you aren't just playing solo, or you plan to play with friends at some point, or you even plan to matchmake with the new matchmaker, Medic is very good. It's going to shine very well. It's going to help in those clutch moments where someone gets down, the guy chases someone else, or you kick him off, or whatever it is, and you need to pick this guy up. And it's a little bit faster. I haven't tested the times yet, but I'd recommend this quite heavily. It's high up there, especially for cooperative play. And the resistance, break free faster from traps and grappling enemies. This is also very good. I would also put this towards the higher end of the tier 3s to grab first, just because, you know, if you accidentally run into a trap while getting chased, or a grappled enemy jumps out and attacks you, just getting out of that grab a lot quicker, especially if you don't want to utilize like a brick or a bottle. If you have the other perk, which I believe is so to this one, if you don't want to utilize that bottle or brick and you just want to break out normally, being able to do it just a little bit faster is very, very nice. So just to get a little recap of the prescriptions: stamina and exhaustion, S tier would get those first, then medic and resistance, followed by anti-ambush, revitalize, and then advanced regeneration. That's my personal tier for the tiers of tier 3 right there.
I really do hope you feel better.
Next up, we have amps. So there's a couple new amps which I can't have access to yet, but there's actually there's a lot of really cool ones in here. So first off, we have recycle. Consumed medicine bottles will become throwable items. This is actually really good. So you're going to get double the value out of your resources. Whenever you heal, you're going to get a bottle which you can use as a way to prevent damage, either when an enemy corners you or as a distraction. So I'm all for that. Recycle, great amp. Great job there. Battery charger. The night vision battery gradually recharges when not in use. Now, for my playstyle, which I do showcase later on as well, I love to flicker the night vision battery because I like to flicker it, see my surroundings, and then turn it off and just go in the dark. Because it preserves a lot of battery, I didn't use a single battery in most of my trials. Most of the trials I can get out with like still a quarter left. But now that this amp is out, I straight up might just have like full battery the entire time, depending on the rate of this. Either way, even if you don't play like that, battery charger is great because you won't need to use batteries, and hence you can keep your grade up for free. Great for one of your 3s amps. Surplus. Start trials with a random item in your inventory, either a medicine, antidote, bottle, or brick. Now this can be good. Obviously, some of those, in my opinion, are way better than others. Like a bottle or a brick, in my opinion, are way better than medicine or an antidote because, like I said before, I love to play preventative. Why get hit and need to heal when you can just throw a bottle or a brick and prevent that source of damage, distract the enemy, stun them, and run? You know what I mean? And a brick gets multiple uses, so you could stun them and then run away and then pick it up later, or stun, pick up, and run away. It's just way better. The antidote as well can also come in clutch, especially if you get hit with the gas, but ideally you don't want to get hit with the gas. So that's a perk that I could see you getting. Like myself personally, half the time I'll be like excited that I took this amp, and the other half I'll be like, you know, I wish I had something else. So kind of like a more mid one in my opinion, but still good value. Then we have Lock Breaker, where you throw a brick to break open locked containers. This is just, it's useful. Like, it might utilize one of the brick's uses, so it's not like the most important thing in my opinion, but it's not terrible. But at the same time, it's like, just take a lock pick and open one if you really need. There's not usually a lot of supplies that are hiding in those locked containers, albeit unless you're later on and you're like really starving for them, Lockbreaker could come in clutch. A little situational, so not nearly as good in my opinion, but it's not as like, at least it's not as RNG based as Surplus. Then we have Nightcrawler, gain an edge in darkness. Your crouch walking speed is enhanced and your night vision battery lasts longer. This is an S tier perk. No one can say anything otherwise, or amp. I'm saying perk, but I mean amp. Sorry, Dead by Daylight, ex-Dead by Daylight player here. Nightcrawler is so good. I highly recommend this. The second I unlock it, I'm going to be running it because, first of all, darkness in this game is so nice. It's so good. It makes every enemy except the night vision goggled ones blind, and your crouched walking speed is enhanced. That is so good. You're telling me I can make less noise and move faster? I'll have to test to see if it's as fast as walking, but that is amazing value for a perk. And it just, as well, your night vision battery lasts longer. So if I pair this up with battery charger, or maybe just even use them like one or the other, it's just such good value for a perk. I am going to, like I said, run this immediately. Nightcrawler, S tier, such great amp. Then Last Chance. The last enemy strike reduces your health to 1 HP instead of causing death once every 5 minutes. Where do I start with this one? For those, if you play like myself, where you don't want to die, you want to have perfect runs every time. Like I'm a perfectionist when I play. This is also so good. Yes, every 5 minutes, but a trial can, like, if you're not, as long as you're not speedrunning, the average trial can last anywhere from 30 to 50 minutes. So you're gonna get, you have the chance to get value out of Last Chance more than once, because it's like every 5 minutes, whatever. If you are in that situation in between that 5 minute cooldown, it's unfortunate. You kind of did it to yourself. You deserve to go down at that point. So this can completely eliminate the death penalty, because you won't ever need to die, and this can be super clutch for cooperative play as well. I'm just thinking, taking a hit for a friend when they need it, or whatever the case is, so they don't go down, so you instead take that hit and they can run. There's a lot of different values that this perk can have. I'd say it's a solid A tier, just because of the cooldown, but that is still very good, especially if a whole team runs it. I can see Last Chance being really nice. And then they reworked one of the other perks that I thought was kind of really bad, in my opinion, was Hide and Heal. If I remember correctly, it was the health regeneration would just start immediately whenever you hid. Which, like I said, usually when you get hit in this game, you get hit in what they're calling brackets of health. you'll get hit for whole brackets, so the health regeneration wouldn't matter. There's no health to regenerate most of the time when you got hit, especially if you got hit by like the main asset of that level. Now, hide and heal, being able to heal one bracket if you hide shortly after being damaged, now it's a lot better, especially if you maybe pair it up with like a stun rig or some other way just to get them to like get stunned for just a moment. You can negate a lot of damage depending on the situation. It really just depends on how long this shortly period lasts. If it's like 10-15 seconds, I could see this being less useful, but if it's like half a minute even after being damaged, I could see hide and heal easily being actually very, very good now, because you're telling me you can heal one free bracket for free whenever you get hit. You're basically having all damage, because like I said, some of the most like non-one-shottable things in the game are going to typically do 2. So if you can take that down to only 1 or 3 from 3 to 2, that's just really nice in my opinion. So enough about amps. Rigs. Obviously, certain rigs have been seeing more use than others, and they have adjusted them. They've only adjusted the blind and stun one. The blind rig deploy time was increased to 5 seconds instead of 3. With the deploy technique upgrade, it's now 4 seconds, so 4 seconds. The mine stays forever, but you only can have 1. I actually think that's not too bad. Being able just to set up a blind rig mine and have that there as like a safety net, just for like a route whenever you're running an enemy around. If you can just be like, hey, I can't run this guy around, run him through a route that you already set up with a blind rig, and away you go. Good perk. Or a good rig, I should say. Good changes to that rig. I think it'll see a lot more play, a lot less spammy play. There'll be a lot more. It'll be a lot more preventative instead of reactive. Like, oh, I'm getting chased, time to put a mine down. It's now more put the mine down and plan for the chase ahead of time. Whereas the stun rig was actually made a lot more useful, which might even pair with some of the other things now, where they toned down the electric boost, because yeah, 100% of your night vision battery, kind of insane. So now it's 50%. But now the stun duration is 5 seconds instead of 3. But if you get the duration upgrade, which you will, it's 8 seconds. An 8-second stun is huge. That is chase ending levels of stun duration. With that, I could actually see if you're running extended duration stun rig, I could see that with hide and heal being quite the preventative meta build. If you want to run those two together, for sure, great rig. I think stun rig is actually high up there now. I used to always exclusively run medic rig because why wouldn't you, especially for a solo player? But I actually might consider using the stun rig now. That could actually be pretty good. As for enemies and AI, the Screamer has undergone significant changes. The stun effect has been eliminated. Thank God. I cannot tell you the amount of times I would be running and the Screamer would just scream because I took one step too many, or I opened a door a little too close and he stuns me and I get hit. Now you're instead inflicted with a brief period of confusion. Now, what does this confusion mean? I'm not entirely sure just yet. It could be your controls are a little wonky. It could be your vision is foggy. Either way, it's no longer a stun, so that's good. And then also the detection range and area of effect range has been decreased and fine-tuned. Thank God. I cannot tell you how many times someone else would also proc it, and then I would be like so far away, but just in the range, and yeah. Enemies will also exhibit increased leniency in their pursuit, diminishing the likelihood of them miraculously discovering your whereabouts when you attempt to evade detection by breaking visual contact with them. Now this is huge. I mean, it's whenever getting chased, you run, break line of sight, walk. Almost every single enemy in the game is also not super fast, will lose you now, which makes stamina management a lot easier, especially with the newer prescriptions. In my opinion, there's no reason you should ever really get hit in a chase if you're using maxed out prescriptions and you know your route. Slightly diminished AI sensitivity to footsteps. Just a nerf to the AI's footstep sensitivity. I mean, it is what it is. Increased time between the pusher and imposter can spawn from monster closets. High density. Okay, so the pusher and imposter don't spawn as often, which is good. That's also nice. And then they did other various improvements and bug fixes. Now, a couple other things. They have a bunch of extra rig icons for visual feedback and cooldowns, as well as a timer when you're trying to use it. The new stamina bar, which will show, it'll be as a little bar underneath your reticle in the middle of your screen that'll show whenever, by default, whenever you're running, and then whenever you're not running, it'll hide on itself. Very helpful for stamina management. And actually, now that I can see it, oh my god, you have a lot of stamina in this game. It is insane. I just, wow. Yeah, that's all I'm saying is, like, it makes that a lot easier. Couple other stuff, text feedback. They added some badges for completing all the exams. Updated the milestone for some badges. Anyways, that is the brand new update. Update 3. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stick around if you want to see the run of the brand new trial, in which we solo it A+, of course. And yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys have yourselves a wonderful Thursday. Enjoy the trial. Enjoy the new update. Get in there, get scared, and have yourselves a wonderful day. Take care, everybody. Peace.
Justice. You are loyal. We cannot allow the tyranny of facts and impartial reason to condemn the people who protect and guide you. The past is changeable. The future is set. Sabotage the court, kill the judge, and we will let you out.
Alright, so we're just going to walk through some, like, first impressions here. I have 0 recording things set up. So, whatever goes through at the end of the day. That's just what we're going to have to, like, deal with. So yeah, hopefully it works. Interesting. So they got new settings in here too. Yeah, we're not doing ray tracing. Fuck that. Alright. Here we go. Brand new trial. Solo.
To think I would even be capable of kidnapping, torturing, and outraging so many people is patently absurd. I am an innocent American, making valuable scientific advancements, and all I ask is the faith and liberty that is my birthright. Thank you.
We trust that even if the judge insists on perpetrating this perverse obsession with evidence
Oh, it's like a talk show.
higher powers will intervene to assure my client's innocence. Thank you.
This is actually very cool. Alright. So they changed the way some of the perks in this work. Oh no, the scoring system, sorry. The scoring system now works a little differently. You are rewarded for participation in the trial, not necessarily like how clean it is. Well, the cleanliness is still based on your grade. The grade still goes based on how clean you did it. But the XP you get is based on your participation now. For the first one run through, I always like to take it a little slower. Just kind of like look around as much as I can. And it's good. You gotta find these as well. If you don't get all the propaganda posters, you're kind of fucked. What do we got in here? Battery. Overall, nothing too crazy. Oh, big guy off the start. They also made it so the enemies are less likely to chase you when they break line of sight. Where's your stamina? You actually have a lot more stamina than I thought you did. And it's like, I got the upgrade that starts stamina, or accelerates stamina regeneration again. Because in my opinion, that's like the most important thing. There's also now an amp, which my playstyle, which I'm going to put some context into this, my playstyle for the longest time was this. I flick on, flick off the battery to conserve it. Not to use a single battery in the trial at all. Now there's an amp that recharges your night vision when you're not using it. So it complements that playstyle so heavily, and I gotta try and earn it. I actually want to grab this. Let's see what's in here.
Please report to the courtroom for an opening statement by the defense.
Reach the main courthouse. Courtroom, I should say. Oh! Okay, so they were changed the... This is a new thing for solo play, to make it even easier. Is now instead you have the 3 respawns, but you get extra respawns if you take the pills. Which I'm not going to do, because I want a higher grade. I'm going to assume taking the respawn pills would lower your grade. Such as everything, like if you use it. The more bare bones you go, the better.
Guilty, and that bitch will fry. You do not contradict the testimony of an officer of the law.
Oh, he's back. I do actually like the fact that you can choose like to show the stamina now. Because before you just had to go based off your breathing, which wasn't terrible. You could usually get an idea, and it was pretty easy not to exhaust yourself. But now it's even better. This little locked door, yeah? Yeah. So you have to go around this way. They also changed the stunning guys now. So now, when you make noise near those guys that are like the smokers, I'm gonna call them. They have an actual term, but basically the ones that would stun you previously. Now, what it does is that it will disorientate you instead if you trigger them. And they made them harder to trigger. Quiet. Night vision guys in here? I know someone else is, because I can't entirely hear him as well. I was listening for the buzzing after. It's a clown mannequin. F off with that.
slaughtered soil.
The guy on the other side of here.
Over there.
Okay, he's gone around. Really gotta make sure we don't run into anything here.
I can. I just can.
And we're back in the front area here now. That's already all 3 posters. Alright, let's see what we got here.
Ladies and gentlemen of the court, the state accuses my client of kidnapping, torture, and mutilation of 4 men and women. To which I say, where is your evidence of these heinous crimes? If there's no evidence, there is no crime.
I only want justice.
Unlock the evidence.
Ha! Yeah, you're gonna stop this. You bastards are gonna stop this shit right now.
In here? Oh, hey, here's a puzzle. Look around the current room, find codes and symbols, enter the code in the correct order. 8, 9, 3. That was quick. There's 4? Two. Oh shit, so it's 2, 8, 9, 3. Nice. Oh, that's a head. Okay. I got some guy's head. I got evidence here. Evidence. Yes. I only got bottles. Where's my bricks? Oh, we're destroying the evidence. Where's the acid? Oh. Some moves may cause the bucket to spill and take damage. Okay, so walk with it. I gotta let it stable. Be careful with that. What now? Oh, now we just need to get the remaining evidence. Ah yes, evidence is this way. Thank you. Might as well get more posters even though we hit the max already.
Fuck.
Alright. Evidence. It makes sense that he's guarding the evidence, you know? I have an idea, actually.
You will not insubstantiate my facts.
Sneak in. How?
Inside out.
I was crouching. I don't know why it hit me.
If I'm playing evidence, I expect a goddamn harvest.
Oh, that's too huge.
Little malefactor, ain't you?
Sneaky through the little thing there. Absolutely genius play.
Eerie fucking beautiful.
And he's going upstairs. Okay, so there's nothing in here then.
See what the lizard sees. What
No Reagan here. Interesting. See, you can't use. They've introduced like gates that block your rig potential now.
There we go. Ain't necessary to accept this as right. I'll bunko.
Oh, that is evidence. I feel like this is gonna make some noise when I use it. But at this point, I gotta say fuck it, you know? That's locked. I'm gonna lock this up too. I can't. Never mind. Okay, here we go. We're 7 3 7 3 2 0. Seven, 3 2 0. Alright, so there was like sort of a box over here. What's that? That's just, I think that's just a texture error. Devs. No, I'm kidding. Alright. Let's get this evidence and get it there in one piece.
I got evidence
Oh.
for you. Evidence of my furious arousal. Get your filthy hands out my coffee! Shit! You said. I got a fucking clue for you.
Run!
Research every inch. Fuck with my evidence, you get the slam, you fucks.
Careful. What you got? 3/4 battery still? I can use my rig again once I go past here. Not bad. That's a good little juke. So we need more acid now, eh? I also saw another perk. You could drink medicine and then reuse the medicine bottle as a bottle to throw. They're getting a little more creative with their stuff, which I really like. Alright, let's get a little bit more acid here for upstairs. In here? Can bash the door, but there's gotta be another entrance. There you go. Be really careful with this. I don't know to what extent what actions are blocked, or what actions you can't do with it. Just gotta wait for him to move. He's in a very bad spot. What do we got? We got lockpick, 2 bottles. Yep. I normally would be recording with a YouTube model, but unfortunately I lost a lot of data in a recent, like I was gunning it, in a recent data loss. This recent drive failure. Alright, we're gonna pick this up again.
I'm gonna watch you bleed and I'm gonna watch you die.
Mm-mm. Bro, you didn't see anything. You saw absolutely nothing. I'm trying to keep my camera level because I don't know what will cause me to spill. I'm just playing it super safe. It looks like it's about to spill. There's a brick there we can replace. Actually, no, 1 brick's enough. Alright, we just got one more. We gotta get 1 more evidence now. Assuming we have to go this way. There's more evidence over here, probably. Than just the one. Yeah, that stamina regen is insane. Hey, bro.
We don't much favor corpse in these parts. It's amazing the way a little excitement focuses a man's attention. I got honesty and check these damn concrete.
Evidence right here. Let's see if there's evidence in here. Oh, there's that. That's nice.
Cold and hard.
There is. I need to distract. Fuck it. 4.
Get your filthy mitts off of my evidence. Get your filthy hands out my cookie jar.
4, 9, What's just in this room? One.
Get your filthy mitts off of my evidence!
What's the other one? Oh shit, I can't do it. He's sitting there right there. I hope that doesn't affect my grade. It might. Shit. Uh-oh.
You do not interfere with my investigation.
That's not good. Where the hell was that last code? I was seriously like trying to look everywhere. And I'm also waiting for the other guy to leave now. The one with the gas. I feel like you have so much survivability if you, like, once you're upgraded. Unlock both of them. I can. Let's give me some time. Here we go. 4, 9. Looking at every different angle, every possible angle. 1. Nine, 4.
Nothing but the truth, so help you God.
1. I don't know. I'm looking. 3. Oh my god. 4, 3, 9, 1. Oh, that was close. I almost didn't get away with that. Again. Alright, there we go. Evidence is gone. My client is... My client is clearly, you know, innocent.
You don't have to do this.
my client be dismissed. Objection! Your Honor, the state requests a recess while we gather witnesses.
Tough luck, shitbirds! We got witnesses!
I hope you all die.
Yeah, witnesses, eh?
One of you.
Alright. I guess we'll, kill the witnesses then. Okay.
Oh, God!
Cooking. Pop. And pop. Oh, I take 3, I see. This is cool. Aw, bucko. Ooh, ooh. Pop. Oh. That was actually a little more intense than I thought it'd be. You okay, bro? Guess not. Tracker. Lights turn on as you get closer. Alright. Less inventory space for anything else, I guess, yeah?
Torture and pain and humiliation.
Got 4 right now. Down. Library? Oh yeah. There's one. So he's run away. He's back in here. Probably could have got a second one off if I really tried. I don't know. All this in the dark, mate. I might actually have to use a battery. Come on, let's see. Oh.
Protect.
You're not the one I want.
You deserve it.
What do I do here?
Therapy. You need therapy.
You ran away too quickly. Alright, he's done. That's one. On to the next is upstairs. Hopefully it's not pitch black.
What do you know about torture?
Nothing. I know nothing. Alright, no rig. I mean, I haven't been using my rig anyways, but I can imagine that'd be difficult for some people. I'm getting closer. Warmer. No. He is this way. He's a lot closer. I think he's in here. Man, he booked it. Nope. He's up above. Is he coming this way? He actually might be coming this way. He's over there. Oh. Oh. See, bastard. Pop goes the weasel. Oh, so he hides. So that's how he goes away. He hides in the closest locker there, and they poop him out somewhere else. It's a cool little minigame. I like it. A little closer. He's back this way. Sorta. This way? Maybe he came out of there and went that and went over here. Oh, that's what he did. And pop goes the dynamite. No more witnesses. I could have seen that coming. I wonder who could have seen that coming. Oh no. No witnesses. See? Nothing.
Your Honor, this trial is the clearest miscarriage of justice I've ever seen. The state has no evidence, no witness, and frankly, no case. I humbly request you toss out these charges and find my client not
What?
guilty.
This trial in my court of
Don't you do this! Don't you fucking dare!
Execute the judge. So this is not the person we're saving. We get another banning track. Alright, so we might end up using over battery here.
No such thing as a mistrial. Guilty. She's guilty.
Don't you fucking dare!
I got a hot shot for you. Mistrial my motherfucking ballsack!
You wanna mistrial your ball sack, man?
Some folks just wait. Guilty's the only way this goes.
Don't you do this! Don't
There we
you
go.
fucking dare!
Crank. Oh, it's one of these again.
You take care of me.
Nope. I'm not getting gas. That is such a hurt on your reputation. Nothing here. Nothing to see.
Don't you worry, Judge. We'll have a hanging yet.
Ideally, I can get that brick back. Almost out of battery.
Coil! Help! Please, Coil! Ah! Make it stop!
Oh, my motherfucking ballsack!
Which way are you going?
She ain't guilty, then why is she on trial?
It's a mistrial, man.
Such thing as a miracle.
Coil! Help! Please, Coil! Make it stop!
Don't you worry. This don't end in a mistrial. I won't allow it.
Oh, that was close. Oh,
I'll take care of you. Be on trial. This don't end in a mistrial. I won't allow it.
oh, come on, come on, come on. Got him. Let's go. How did he hit me? You little bitch. Come on. Let me in. Talk about an ending. A+, let's go! That's how you do it. That's how you fucking do it right there. One damage, 3 sound traps, and that's it. That first time completed bonus is super nice. Moving an extra 3. Hey, let's go. Performance bonus. Okay, so that can go up to 1,000, if I remember correctly. So why was that not 1,000 then? I was the only one doing the trial. How could I have participated any less? Okay, let me double check their patch notes here really quick. Maybe I'll throw this on screen as well while I'm looking at it. Alright. We've introduced a system that rewards active participation in the trials, catering to various playstyles. Whether you prefer taking your time or you're a newcomer, this system also ensures that players who choose not to engage in the trial face penalties. The new system doesn't reward actions such as rushing to complete objectives, speedrunning the trial, or outpacing your teammates. So being a more active teammate. Players will now receive XP for their performance during the trials. Players can earn up to 1,000 XP based on their performance/actions during a trial. First time completion XP has been adjusted. Trials now give 1,000 XP for first time completion. So if you're a new player playing now, you're gonna get 500 XP less for each first completion. Unfortunate. Okay, so I earned half doing what I did there.
We might be saved. Do you believe in miracles? You must.
I mean, I'm looking at one right now.
Impede